Welcome to the What It Is podcast with Strolli and Marlee. What do you have for me today, Strolli?
I have for you today nothing.
Tune in next week.
Oh, yeah. You want to? You wanna do the thing, or do you want me to do the
Let me
thing?
run with this since I'm half asleep anyways.
You're not half asleep.
You're
You're wide awake. It's 2 o'clock
That's a goddamn
in the
lie.
afternoon.
You know that's a goddamn lie.
Yeah, I know it's not a lie.
Not a lie. motherfucker. Gorsh.
Gorsh, Scooby.
Gorsh.
That's not even the same. I know. But every time when I do that voice, every time when I do a Gorsh, I always want to put
Gorsh.
Scoob after it.
Scoob.
Gorsh, Scoob.
I gotta try to learn how to do a Shaggy voice.
Oh.
That'll be pretty sick.
Shaggy the singer or Shaggy the character?
Shaggy the character.
Ooh. I like both.
Yeah. Watching Matthew Lillard do it was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
for
like
sure.
watching his interview where he goes into the Shaggy voice.
Yeah. So on to today's topic.
Right. Boy, am I sleepy. And
Yeah.
when I sleep, I like to dream.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Dreams.
Thanks, dreams.
Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not.
Sometimes they're dreams and sometimes they're scary dreams.
Sometimes they're scary dreams. Yeah, so can you lucid dream?
No, I don't think so. What is lucid dreaming?
Lucid dream means that you have control of your dream. Your brain is conscious that you're sleeping but doesn't wake you up.
Hmm?
So you basically control the dream.
So there are times. Oh, don't play footsies with me.
Sorry, bud. I got excited.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Tee-hee.
I don't have the energy to keep up with you.
True.
So there's times where I've been asleep and dreaming and known that I was dreaming, but I don't feel like I truly had control
Yeah.
over the dream.
Yeah.
I just felt like I was conscious enough to know that I was dreaming, but I was just kind of like, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
It's not like I could be like, oh, I'm dreaming. Let me dream myself up a fucking ice cream sundae and start eating. You know?
Yeah. Well, like I was saying with I guess you could probably say that when I was talking about press and pause and exiting out of my dream to wake up could technically be considered lucid dreaming because I'm taking control of my dream. You know what I mean? Did you just notice that?
Yeah. 1 second. Is that Cookie Monster?
Yeah, it's Starry Night.
Is that
It's
Starry
Cookie
Night
Night.
with
Yeah.
it's Cookie Night with Cookie Monster?
Yeah, isn't it dope?
Dude, that's gonna be missing from your wall very soon. I want to take that home. That is incredible. Why have I never noticed that before?
I don't know.
Fuck
You
me.
literally look in that direction.
All the time.
Yeah.
Dude, that is awesome.
Isn't it dope?
That is dope. Neat. Anyways.
Yep. So you could probably argue that is technically lucid dreaming,
Mhm.
but when you really think of people who can lucid dream, it's you just have full control.
Right. Can anybody lucid dream?
I
Can
believe
anybody
so.
learn to lucid dream?
I believe
Because
so.
I've thought about doing that before. I've thought about trying to do that before.
Yeah.
But excuse me.
You're
I've just never done it. I haven't really looked into how to do it.
yeah.
I just like my sleep to be about sleep. I don't want to make it into another thing.
I remember one dream that I had. I was driving down the road,
Mhm.
and for whatever reason, I have no idea. So first of all, I was driving down the road.
Mhm.
I was driving one of my friend's old cars that I've never driven before, but I've been in it.
Mhm.
Driving down the road, and the time on the radio said 6 o'clock
Mhm.
or something. It was just a general time, 5, 6 o'clock. And it was light out. And for whatever reason, that was a tell for my brain to be like, this is a dream.
Mhm.
It is not light o'clock. It's light o'clock.
Light
It is not light out at 5 or 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no time when it's this light. I was like I remember, and then after that, I basically just turned the car and I was in a whole different world, reality. I was just doing my own thing. I was just living my best life. I forget exactly what that was, but
Yeah.
just that instance of when my brain flipped from being wacky wonky dream to
Mhm.
just nope, it's our turn.
Mhm.
That being the trigger was just so why the fuck was it that? Why was it not the fact that I'm driving this person's car that I've never driven before?
Right.
It was
So-
just so bizarre that like is like that.
So did that dream stand out to you to remember, or did you just happen to remember that dream? Because I barely remember anything I ever dream about.
Oh no, so that dream I remember daily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously not daily,
Yeah.
but like when I think about dreams, that's one of the first dreams that I think about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because there's not many dreams that I remember.
Yeah.
There's one that was like kind of scary, I guess. Like I was living in my old house, my old house, and it was the family with me, but it was weird. Like there was like a monster out there trying to get us.
Yep.
And it ended up like it was like an alien or something, I guess, because it would like shoot, like it would basically like spit some shit out of its mouth
Yeah.
to like mind control us. Like if it got on us or in us, basically like it would like burrow through our skin or some shit.
The
Like,
ectoplasm.
yeah, pretty much. It was just ectoplasm all over my face and chest.
Spooky ghost. It was
Ooh,
a spooky
spooky ghost. But yeah, it was weird. I remember that dream because it was like I don't want to say it was scary. It was just like it was.
It was just weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It bothered me because like at the end of the dream, like we escaped like in a tractor trailer. I don't know how. There was one sitting outside in front of our house, and we ended up getting away on it.
Yeah.
And like I think like it was my brother that got like infected by it, and he was in a cab, and like I was asleep in the middle, and I think my mom was driving.
Yeah.
And then when I wake up in the dream, we were at an intersection in like the middle of a desert, and I'm alone. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Dreams are weird
Yeah,
that
it was
way.
broad daylight.
Yeah.
And like I was like, what the fuck? And it was like it was like a bad scary movie ending because like I ended up being like grabbed from like the roof of the cab, like somebody reached in through the window from the roof of the cab and
Too
like grabbed
spooky.
me. Yeah,
Nope, I'm good.
yeah, and that was the end of the dream. And that's I think that I had that dream probably like 10 or 15 years ago, and I
Yeah.
remember it.
So I remember one of weird dream that I remember. It was I was running around essentially the Tower of Terror. Like
Mhm.
that's the best way that I can like explain it. It wasn't exactly, but like it felt that way.
The
I was
Goosebumps book.
no, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Like in Disney. Like it's just a spooky ghost house kind of thing.
Yeah, ectoplasm.
Yeah. But I remember running around that, being chased by a ghost, just running around this tower, and then all of a sudden my one friend appears out of nowhere and like totally just ignores the fact that it's in a spooky area and is like, "Hey, Strolli, we gotta go." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm getting chased by this ghost." And he was like, "Oh, don't worry, I got this." And like the ghost comes up and then it goes into vats. Like from Fallout.
Oh, what the
and he just like shoots the ghost and he's like, "See, I got you." And then we just left. And
Sick.
like that was like and like I woke up like panic because it was a scary dream.
Right.
And then I remember that part and I'm like, "Dude, why the fuck am I like panicked right now? Like I'm going back to fucking bed." Like what the
This is
fuck?
lame
Like,
as fuck.
yeah, it was so bizarre.
Mhm.
Like having dreams that you wake up like physically panicked
Mhm.
and then you think about them and you're like, it's such a waste of time.
Yeah, why was I? I'm not scared about that when I'm awake. Like it's
Yeah.
it's reality. Like thinking about that shit, it's just that was dumb.
Yeah.
Then I immediately forget what I dreamed about and go about my day. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not good at remembering dreams. I don't write them down.
Dreams
Like
really
I kind
are
of want to do
weird.
like I want to try the lucid dreaming shit. Like I want to become a fucking dream warrior.
A dream warrior.
Like I want to fight Freddy. Like that. Like
Yeah. God
like
damn.
yeah.
Okay, touche.
It's Scary Terry, bitch.
It's scary Terry. Yeah, no. I fucking hate scary things. So,
Mhm.
no, I'm good. I'm good with that. But our minds are like weird.
Yeah.
That they do those things.
Mhm.
And then it's even weirder that our brains are also like, "No, this is dope. Like this is fine. I'm cool with this." And actually I remember watching something. Oh dear God, excuse me.
Wow, you just gave birth.
Yeah. I remember watching something on like Netflix or something like that, and it was like the reason why dreams are the way that they are is because your rational side of the brain shuts off
Mhm.
when you go to sleep and your irrational brain turns on.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why you get like flying tanks, and your brain's like, yeah,
Sick.
sounds about right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We just accept the reality of our dreams.
Yep. Yeah. It's so bizarre that like the same conscious mind to be like, if I jump right now,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back down. Can
Yeah.
also do, if I jump right now, I'm never coming back down. Um.
So there's a
Not
rational
before
and a irrational side of our brains. Part of our brains.
Yeah. I'm not like super well
Yeah,
versed in
because
this
now
kind
I'm
of thing.
like,
but
what if
like,
I'm awake and that can I be awake
so
and have that rational side turned off?
I think that's what daydreaming is.
Uh,
Or something, or it might not be like the irrational side, but like
Yeah.
the imagination, I guess, is the best way to put it. It's like the imagination side of the brain
mm-hmm.
turns on,
Sick.
and that's why you're you know, you have those weird ass dreams. But yeah, I think that's what daydreaming is.
Yeah.
And like being able to just kind of like zone out. It's
I
basically
do that all the fucking time, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I've done that during this podcast.
But yeah, there's so much like that you can learn about yourself with dreams and stuff like that.
Oh, now I really don't want to.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't want to know about myself.
No, fuck that shit.
Jesus Christ.
Have you ever ran in your dreams?
I don't think so. So the way I dream more often than not is like as a third person. I either do I've done the video game thing like you're talking about where I feel like I'm controlling a character,
Yeah.
or I have dreams like I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
And also very rarely am I actually present in the dream. Like I'm literally like,
Oh, you're just a spectator.
yeah, a lot of the times like that's
Okay.
how it is.
Yeah, see, mostly all of my dreams are first person,
Mm-hmm.
or like a mixture between first and third, because
Yeah.
it's like a weird thing where like I remember it almost in third person, but like I know that I dreamed it in first person. Like it's like a weird. But so when I run in my dreams,
Yeah.
I can't run. Like actually, like
Yeah, full out sprint.
foot down and run. Like when I do that, I'm like going at like your walking pace. So the best throwing some shade. He walks really slow.
I walk like a normal fucking human being.
Maybe I just walk fast. Whatever.
Yes,
We
you
don't wanna
do.
talk about that.
Jesus
I didn't want to
Christ.
get lost in the airport with my dad. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to talk about this.
We're not there anymore, Strolli.
I know.
You can come home.
I'm scared. I'm gonna have a dream about this later.
Good luck.
No, but like, so what I do in my dreams is like I basically get down on all fours and like I grab the ground
Mhm.
and pull myself, and I can go faster that way.
That's
For
weird.
whatever reason, my brain thinks that my upper body is stronger than my legs, which is completely not
Should
true.
try. I can
I,
attest to that being false.
Yes. So, and it's so bizarre because like I'll like be chasing, like not necessarily like in an aggressive way. I'll just be chasing someone or like
Mhm.
trying to like catch up to somebody or something like that. And like I'll be like, grr, 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 and I'm like, oh, I gotta run, and then like get down, grab like grass or sidewalk, and just
Mhm.
go, yeet, yeet, yeet. And like I'm flying, like I'm
Yeah.
moving, like I'm catching up to him in like 2 seconds, and like I remember waking up being like, why the fuck do I have to run like this?
What fucking dumbass
This
am
is
I
some
in my
baby
sleep?
back bullshit.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
You know what? This not completely unrelated to your story. Yeah,
Fair.
I was paying attention. I promise.
No, you weren't.
Yeah. What
What was the last 3 words I said?
You run like a dumbass.
No, it was no, you didn't.
Oh well, that's what I heard.
Damn.
So is it true that like the people that you see in your dreams are the people you've seen in real life?
That's what they say.
Right.
They say that your brain cannot
cannot-
create faces.
Right. You
Any face that you've seen is a face of somebody that your eyes have laid out on.
Right. Laid eyes. Your
Yeah.
eyes have laid eyes on.
Your eyes have laid eye on.
Yes. Sure.
I've laid eye.
You've laid eyes.
Arg.
Gross. Arg.
You've laid eyes. Disgusting.
Yeah. Nasty.
Yeah. Your brain just cannot
So-
it can't do unique shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unique shapes.
Yeah.
So, I think this was like just a fucking creepypasta or something. But-
Creepypasta.
Yeah. Did you ever see that thing where there's like a common face that people have seen in their dreams?
No.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's scary. It's like
Like everyone has seen the same face.
yeah,
Or
but
do you
it's
think
not a
it's-
face that can be credited to anybody.
Yeah.
Like and completely different people from like across the world
Yeah.
have seen the same face in their dreams.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's because people have similar shapes and faces.
Could be, but it's like
And what if so I guess a theory to test with that would be like, do people like the people that you catch in your peripherals?
Mhm.
Is there similar face shapes,
yeah.
and then your brain fills the rest out?
How well does your brain remember
Yeah.
all the faces that you've seen,
Like-
or does it just mash them
Yeah.
all up into like a weird?
Like, can you imagine like
General.
if people had this similar proportions, right? Like closer eyes, shorter nose, bigger lips, bigger, fatter face,
Yeah.
and then you pass it in your peripherals, so you physically don't see it, but your brain just like
Combines
is like,
it
yep,
all.
this is what it is, and that's where the similarities, or maybe if it's like a default, like your brain just kind of defaults to a certain eye color or whatever. And also the thing too is like, dude, it's dreams. Like, how specific do you remember your dreams? Like,
There it is.
oh, spooky.
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying. I just looked it up. It's fucking
Yeah.
terrifying.
Oh
If you
my
want, if
God.
you want to see what it is, I just googled dream person face.
Wow, way to be specific.
I'm pretty sure it's just a fucking.
I mean, it could be like something like a creepypasta, or it could have been a coincidence that two people had, but like, that's a weird face to have.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird face to
From the Wikipedia page, right?
have. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
good.
gonna go do a direct quote.
uh-huh.
Not gonna read all of it. I'll probably read all of it later and be like, "Wow, this is all a sham."
This-
But
this is a sham.
this is a fallacy.
Sham. Wow.
It's this man, according to a website created in 2008 by Italian marketer Andrea Natella, named Ever Dream This Man, was a person who was claimed to have been repeatedly seen in dreams by the whole world since 2006,
Neat.
but was
I've never seen that
never
face.
found in real life.
I've never seen that face.
Thank God I've never seen that face.
Yeah.
'Cause I would probably
So another
shit
thing
myself.
too is that, do you know how easy it would be for somebody to see that and be like, I've seen that face before?
Yeah.
And you actually have not seen that face. The power of persuasion is insane. The brain is such a powerful organ,
Mhm.
and yet so dumb sometimes.
Yeah.
So gullible. Not dumb, gullible. It's like it's so bizarre how, like, have you ever seen those experiments when like people are like they go through all these tests and stuff like that, and they're like, so there was 6 people with red hats in there, right? And they're like, yeah, 6 people. Oh, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Like, you're sure, definitely
Yeah.
6? And they're like, yeah, no, 100%. And they're like, okay, how many people with blue hats? Oh, there weren't anyone with blue hats. And they're like, no, it was 18 people with blue hats, and that was the only thing you saw.
Yeah.
And they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh shit. Or like crime scenes
Yeah.
too. Like, that's a big thing why people, like, they want to get testimonies for, or what are they called? Not testimonies.
I don't know.
Eyewitness reports.
Sure.
From people as close to the time of the incident as possible, because
Your brain will start filling in
Yep.
that information with weird
filling
shit.
in the gaps.
Yep.
With the stupidest fucking shit. Like,
Mhm.
to the point where, like, if somebody who is interviewing you could say, it was a 32-year-old man, right? And that's all they'll think of.
Yep.
It could have been a 6-year-old, and they heard 32. I mean, obviously, probably not to that extent, because different body shape.
Yeah.
But like, it's so easy to trick our brains and rewrite our code in our brains to whatever the fuck.
It's so
we
easy
want.
to be manipulated.
Yep, exactly. We're super gullible people.
Yeah, exactly. The brain is stupid.
Yeah, but it's
Well, the
really
brain
good
only
at
does-
making us live.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm really good at making us live. But the brain,
Yeah.
the brain just constantly tries to understand. It just it has to have the
It's
information
constantly
it needs.
adapting.
Exactly, it has to have the information it needs to interpret the world around us.
And the cool thing with our brains too is that, like, even the same situations are always different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the same thing. Like, you know, I've seen these walls and all this stuff, but it all registers it and reads it differently every
Yeah.
single time.
Like the fucking the Starry Cookie Night with Cookie Monster. I swear, being in here 3 times, I probably have seen that before, but it didn't register to me at all.
Yep.
Until it just happened to register to me that time.
Yep.
Because I've sat in this exact same spot. I think at least twice. The last time I was sitting in your spot.
No,
But
you weren't.
yeah, it was. What do
You were
mean?
in there all the time.
No, when we had the sushi.
Yeah. Well. Like,
Yeah.
when we were eating. Yeah. But when we actually recorded, you were in that spot. Remember, you were like, "No, I want to keep it going."
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Yeah, you're so corny.
Jesus Christ. Somebody help me.
Nobody help him. I like him better this way.
My brain is cranked down to stupid.
Smooches. Um, So, do you believe in any of those? I don't want to call them like wives' tales, but like, oh, if you see this this in your dream, then it's probably because of this or something.
Oh, dreamology?
Like, is that what?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, okay.
That I should have ran with it. It sounded
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, I would have been like,
It might
I
be.
don't think that's true, but okay, fine. I don't have the energy to
Wombology? The study of wumbo?
SpongeBob, this is elementary. Dom doesn't get it. Dick. No, do you believe in like what is it, like if you're pregnant, like it's actually like you're just like really stressed or something like that, or like something about if you what is it? If you're losing your hair?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, if you're losing your teeth, it's 'cause you're stressed out.
Yeah.
Your teeth falling out is synonymous with being stressed out.
That,
Do you
but
believe
that
in
goes
that
along,
kind of stuff?
That goes along with like our dreams entirely irrational.
Yes, and that's what I was going to get to. Was that it's so crazy how teeth falling out
Mhm.
is related to stress, but it's like it totally makes sense if you think about our dreams being the irrational side of our brain and the rational side shutting off, where it's like irrationally our teeth falling out sounds pretty fucking stressful,
Yeah.
and the brain understands that, and that's the best way that I can portray it.
Right. Stress makes people's hair fall out.
Yep. And I find people, females especially, who are stressed out, they have
Their teeth
pregnant
fall out. Yeah.
No. dreams about being pregnant,
Yeah.
and especially if they don't want, if they're not ready to have a kid,
Yeah.
Like-
Fuck them kids.
like they'll have dreams about being pregnant,
mm-hmm.
because that is something that's emotionally taxing on a female. It can make
Yeah.
it stressful, especially because they don't want it. So then it's like that's the best way that the brain can represent it
It's like
without
there-
it being rational.
There is
of course.
almost a rhyme or reason to that irrationality.
It all makes sense,
Mhm.
but you just have to look at, okay, what would that be
Yeah.
rationally?
Mhm.
Okay, well, my teeth falling out would probably be stressful. It's got nothing to do with my teeth actually falling out, but that would be a stressful thing if
Yeah.
that was happening to me. So that's what my brain is trying to tell me,
Mhm.
and I find that really interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
I almost want to say there has to be some kind of science to it.
yeah, for sure. There's definitely science about it. I mean, brain waves and all that other shit.
Right. Because at that point, like, do you think you can directly influence what people dream about?
With the correct electrical signals, yeah.
What do you mean electrical signals? Like,
I mean,
they're like I'm gonna zap your brain?
like, yeah, lobotomy type shit. Yeah, sure. But what do you mean? What do you mean influence people? What people would dream about? You're saying like stress somebody out so they dream that they're pregnant?
Yes.
Hmm.
You want, or like I want
So probably yes.
subliminal messaging.
Yep, probably. But I want to say not probably, not specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I could probably do something to you and make you have like a weird dream.
Yeah.
But I
It's
don't
like,
think.
like I don't want to watch a scary movie before bed, or else I'm gonna have nightmares.
I mean, that's definitely true for me.
Right. Because you're a little
Yeah.
bitch. You're a little bitch baby.
But but yes, can confirm. Can confirm. But that's because that would stress me out,
right.
and because it's fresh in my brain, and because I'm stressed when I go to sleep,
Mhm.
it's showing me that because I'm stressed.
Right.
Like it all makes sense why I would. It's not because I want to dream about something scary. It's because I am scared.
Yeah.
So my brain is trying to do. My brain is just feeding me what it thinks I want.
yeah.
It just can't realize that I don't want that. It's just what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's kind of cool, man. It's also scary to think about.
Yeah.
Like, is there like a legitimate dream science where like I could go to a place and we're gonna make you dream this by doing this, and then I dream that shit because they did that shit.
I mean,
Like, can it
Sure.
ever be boiled down to being that exact? You know, can it ever be understood to the point where it can be that exact?
I want to say no,
Mhm.
only to the respect that it's the irrational side of the brain that's working.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a rational side. So you can try and feed emotions and feed feelings,
Mm-hmm.
but to get that result, it almost has to be like the reason why you dream what you dream is because of a whole cocktail of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to get those levels almost perfectly, which to your credit, like, yeah, I mean, sure, you could.
Yeah.
You could. But I
Eventually,
mean,
you think because if you do a thing and it causes it to react like this thing, you can record that and refine that.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can make a dreaming cocktail.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd
Like
be
here's
fucking crazy.
levels of serotonin and testosterone, and you're gonna have a dream about
'Cause imagine being
having a
able
big
to
dick or something. I
imagine
don't know.
being able to market that.
Yep.
To create that as like a real thing
Yep.
and sell that.
Yep.
And that's how we end up in the Matrix.
Happy dreams. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Basically.
if you could buy a happy dream, why would you ever want to wake up? Especially if your life sucks.
Yeah.
If all
Would
I have
that-
to
would
all
that
I have
be-
to do is take this pill to have the best sleep, the best dream.
Do you think that would be like a good like, I don't want to say cure, but help remedy
Mhm.
for depression?
No.
No.
No, because that'll just be a drug.
Do
It'll be
depressed people have bad dreams,
I don't think so.
or would they have good dreams?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. I mean, I've been depressed before, but I don't remember my fucking dreams.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I know any correlation, but like somebody who's clinically depressed,
Yeah.
like I wonder if they have like just not like depressing dreams. Like actually happy dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because so I'm a big guy of like yin and yang kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like you can't have you can't be happy without being sad.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the equal amount. Like
Right.
I'll never know what it's like to be really happy unless I'm extremely sad. You know
Right.
what I mean? So to be depressed, I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to act like a doctor here or anything like that, but
Yeah.
like just kind of following with what I'm thinking right now. It's like to be depressed, you'd have to have some sort of perspective of happiness,
Mm-hmm.
and could that and the reason why depression is so taxing is because when you sleep, you have really good dreams, or your brain pumps a whole shit ton of serotonin, and then when you wake up, it stops it almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that immediate cutoff is a withdrawal of it, and that's what depression. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not trying to say like, oh well, depression isn't.
Yeah.
I'm just like
Stay
I'm like,
asleep, depressed people.
yeah. I'm just curious. Like, would that be?
Don't do that. I'm so sorry.
God, would that be something to that could be
Yeah.
viable?
That's that science fiction shit, man.
Yeah.
That shit's that again. That's scary to think about. Like,
Science fiction
no, like
or depression
well,
or the
Jesus,
Matrix.
Neither. Well, the Matrix.
Yeah.
Because think about that. Honestly, like if there was a way to control our dreams, and we can
So-
make our dreams whatever we want, why would we want to wake up from those dreams?
Reality.
It's not worth it.
Why?
Because I can make my own reality in my dreams.
No, but so
Right?
I guess but why would that be bad?
Why would that be bad?
Yeah.
Because you can. People who. Why would you want to go on living in a reality that sucks?
But you'll
You
still
just-
be living
Sure.
because you'll have consciousness.
To an extent.
Yeah. It's
What
definitely
happens-
manufactured
but then
consciousness.
what happens to you? Yeah. So, you're telling me that most of the people won't choose manufactured?
I'm saying what's wrong with the Matrix if people are happy?
Yeah. No, that's fair. Right.
What's wrong with utopian society and an extremely positive and happy life
Mm-hmm.
if it's not actually you living it?
Right.
If you're living it only in your subconscious brain.
Mm-hmm.
And then even then you could have multiple lifestyles
Mm-hmm.
or lives.
Right.
Like Black Mirror did an episode on that. Like
Okay.
people
Ooh. I've
Yep,
never seen
go for
Black
it.
Mirror, but I want to watch it so bad.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of references for fucking Black Mirror that I'm like, oh man, I wish I got it. That sounds so cool. I've never seen Black Mirror.
Yeah. So
I-
there's one episode where
Somebody fucked a
people
pig.
plug in and they relive different decades.
Yeah.
I'll leave
Oh,
it at
the
that just in
50s
case
were
you
a
want to
great time for me. Shout out to
Shut
our older
up.
episodes.
Yeah,
If
where
you
I was
listen to
trying
all
to
of
talk about the Library of Alexandria, and he
If you
was like,
listen-
"Yeah, the 50s, right? Because you're white."
No, don't tell. I was gonna say, don't tell them the joke. Make them go back and listen.
Go back and listen. It was still a good joke.
Yeah, it really landed the first time.
Yeah, much better. He does a good job at it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, whatever, bitch. Yeah, no. Brain is weird.
Brain is weird. Brain is scary.
Yeah.
If you can
It's
ever, if you
so powerful, dude. Like,
imagine how much shit you can power if we're all effectively asleep, but using our brain power.
so like that's
The
the thing.
Matrix.
Like, I'm cool with that, man. If I'm living my best life, but I'm not actually living my best life, but it feels like I am,
Hmm?
the fuck is the difference?
Milk me, dog.
Yeah. Fuck it. Take
Yeah.
my pubes. I don't give a fuck.
No, well, I wouldn't go there, but
Oh.
if I could win the Mega Million, the $1 billion in my fucking sleep,
Yeah.
and live a lifetime, fuck it.
Yeah.
I would. I don't know. Part of me thinks that I would accept that, but then the other part of me is like, oh, you never know.
But what's like the whole plot.
It's
of
just
the,
like
the whole-
daydreaming. It's like it's honestly just like, well, what would you do with $1 billion? And going into the thought process of like, man, I would do this, that, and this and that.
Yep.
That same daydream is what you could be theoretically living if you had
Yep.
control over your dreams.
And if that's the case, then why not?
Yeah, because you'd want that to become your reality anyways.
Oh well, there's no sustenance. It's not that. Well, it's like you can literally make sustenance. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing where it's like those people who are doing the Matrix, like Neo and all them.
Mhm. They were dicks.
They're the assholes.
They were dicks.
Yeah, they're the bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. Good old
Yes.
Cypher. My brain is telling me
Yes.
that a steak tastes like this, and I've never eaten a steak in my some shit like that.
Yeah,
Shout out to the first Matrix. I love
Yeah.
that movie.
that was a good movie. But like that's the thing. Like,
Neo,
what's
chosen one?
I'm coming. Chosen one.
My name is Betty. Shout out to Kung Pao into the fist.
Such a good movie.
Fucking incredible. Shaped my humor.
Unspoken Jen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But go on, Strolli.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with people living in the Matrix. If they're happy. That's the thing. Like if it's one of those things where it's like, "Oh no, I still live a normal life." Like no, fuck that. I want everyone to be living their best lives.
Exactly, like that. But that's the thing. Like you would think you'd be able to if you were able to engineer your own reality or
Yep.
whatever would make your brain happy.
Yep.
Again, thinking objectively, that's gonna be really fucked up for some people. The things that make them happy, you know.
Like can you imagine Jeffrey Dahmer in the Matrix?
Oh my god, like shit like that. It's like wow, that's really that's what makes you happy, dude. But then again,
Whoa.
you're not hurting anybody real.
That's crazy.
You're not killing
that's
any
dark.
real person.
Oh, that's
yeah,
dark.
Ex-
Oh my
yeah.
god.
yeah, dude.
But
Think
they're
about that
happy.
shit. But they're happy. And they're also not harming another real person.
That's crazy.
What about like imagine that. Imagine
Like the Unabomber. Well, the Unabomber probably wouldn't have been like the Unabomber if he was in the Matrix because
Yeah.
like LSD studies and all that other shit.
right. MK Ultra. Right? Wasn't that?
I don't know.
I think that is what the
No, the
I don't know,
Unabomber.
dude.
The Unabomber.
I've
they,
never
they
read a book
suspect
before.
they suspect was part of the LSD studies in Harvard, Stanford, something like that.
One of those
And,
one of those big expensive colleges.
Yeah, and that's why.
The
That's why.
Stanford
That's why.
prison experiment.
that's
Stanford
why-
was something else. Stanford did the Stanford prison experiment.
Oh right, yeah. I think that might have been what it was. I don't know, but regardless, he had so much acid in his fucking system that's why he wanted to go against. That's why he was blowing up universities because he literally was like, "You guys just fed me all this acid and aren't doing fucking anything for me, so I'm gonna blow you guys up." I mean,
Yeah.
but then again, he had a shit ton of acid. Like he had taken a shit ton of acid, like
yeah.
because of the government. So that, yeah.
Government.
Government.
The goddamn government. The
That's
government gave me
crazy, man.
LSD. Yeah, think about that shit, dude. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's like it's
But not for me.
not for you.
So who cares, right?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
fuck
like
your
in that-
reality.
no, I mean, you know, if we're talking about dreams and living
Yeah.
our best lives, like, yeah, people are gonna have some real dark shit, but at least they're not gonna be hurting people.
Yeah, their dark shit isn't affecting the world at large.
Yeah, yeah. And how many lives can you live with that?
Yeah.
Like, can you essentially live infinite amount of life cycles? What if?
Well, no, I don't. No, I don't
No?
think so.
Why?
Well,
You know what I mean? Like, I
perception
don't.
of time changes in your mind.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You can live through many days in
Yep.
a dream.
Yep.
It could be nighttime, then daytime, then nighttime in the same dream of like an hour.
Yep.
So I guess you theoretically could,
Like, what if
but that's
dreams?
also dangerous.
Remember what we were talking? I'm sorry. What were you
Yeah.
saying?
I would say I feel like that would also be dangerous. Like there has to be like a knockback to that. Like, well, you can dream for you can dream for 100, you can dream for 200 years, but your mind deteriorates worth 200 years.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's definitely a finite limit to, but that's the thing though, right? So, what I was gonna say was that remember what we were talking about before with age, perspective, and all that other
Yeah.
stuff with time
Yeah.
dilation or whatever the fuck it is.
Your
Yeah.
time go technically.
What if your
Yeah.
dreams when you were younger were longer than what they are now? And if that's the case, then the more you're dreaming, the slower time would pass. You know what I mean? So if you started dreaming at like 1 years old, and you could, in theory, live infinite amount of, because I feel like that would be exponential,
Mm-hmm.
right? It would be exponentially decreasing.
Yeah.
It would never actually get to infinite. It would get pretty fucking damn close.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That would be really fucking neat.
Could you imagine waking up like the Matrix, where you're just in like a tub of goo and you're 80 years old?
No,
You're just like, I was a god in your dreams.
in my dreams, and now
I'm
a sticky old man.
I'm a goo boy.
I am a goo boy, and you shall call me Goo God.
Google me.
Google me. Oh, I should invest in that.
Oh. Quick, buy Dogecoin.
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. It's I like that shit. I like thinking about that kind of science fiction-y shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that shit's dope.
It's scary. We're gonna make a movie one day.
Yeah, it's too spooky.
Two spooples.
And on that note,
Yeah, it's time for me to sleep.
yeah,
I think I'm.
you're looking mighty sleepy there, bud.
Yeah, dude.
I remember the first time I was sleepy. It was in 2nd grade.
Do you remember what you did when you slept?
Yes.
What was your dream?
I don't want to talk about it.
It was a wet one.
No, it wasn't.
Anyways.
Same time.
Nice.
Yep. All right, guys. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for listening.
We
Hope
love
you
guys.
enjoyed.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Love
keep
you
on,
so much.
Keep on listening. Tune in next week for whatever the fuck we decide to put out.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is.
Yep.
But it's gonna be great, I promise.
It should be. I can't promise. We have no quality control.
All right, guys. We'll check you later. All right.
Smooches.
Bye.